Beth woke up before the sun. She'd been dreaming of flying. Blue skies, ant nest cities, the wind in her ears, and the clouds on her clothes, when the alarm yanked her out of bed. Some people can hit the snooze button 3, maybe 4 times before succumbing to the whine of their iPhone. Most do it with a full body shrug. Not Beth Lewis. Beth was up the second she heard the opening chimes of her 5:30 wake-up call. Her fingers fumbled in the dark until they found the reassuring touch of her diary's cool, supple leather. She moved her pen across the lined paper, her thoughts running a mile a minute as she scribbled down a dispatch of her dream. Her therapist had told her keeping a dream journal would be helpful. She wasn't entirely sure what that meant. As the sun slowly climbed the rungs of the horizon, the world outside the window shifted from a bruise-coloured palette of greys and purples into an endless wash of gas blue. With a gentle soundtrack of birdsong in the background, Beth set her daily intention. I will make it through the day without accidentally saying cheers in a non-cheers situation, and ticked off a substantial portion of her Wednesday to-do list. She was ruthlessly efficient, a pleasure to have in class, the sort of person capable of saying, once I'm up, and somehow, miraculously, making it charming. Summer was at its sweaty peak, and Beth knew she could jerk back her forest green curtains and have plenty of light to work with as she fumbled with her Reeboks and multivitamins. Unfortunately, doing that would risk waking up her boyfriend, Joel, who was safe in the clutch of his own flightless sleep. Joel didn't keep a dream journal, but if he did, his entry for the day would have contained an eerily vivid description of a crumbling country manor. The covers rustled softly as Beth slipped out from under them, and she held her breath, listening for any signs of movement, but Joel didn't stir. His mind was still walking down a long gravel drive. Beth let out a sigh of relief and gathered up her things for the day. Laces tied and teeth brushed, she patted herself down like a festival security guard to make sure she had her keys and wallet before wheeling her bike out of the hallway and gently shutting the door behind her with a soft click. No matter how quietly Beth closed the door, the subtle handshake between the latch and the doorframe would always wake up Joel. His eyes would flutter open for a moment or two before closing again like a drowsy clam, heavy and content at the thought of Beth's existence in the world. The knowledge of her being out there, not doing anything special, just answering her emails and living her life, really, made Joel's extra 2 hours of rest until his own alarm even sweeter. She made her way down the stairs and out into the street, taking a deep breath of the morning air. The city was just starting to wake up. The stuccoed buildings were still quiet and peaceful, and rubbing sleep from their eyes. A fox sprang out from a bin in a flurry of rusty orange, nearly toppling Beth off her bike. She regained her balance just and watched as the creature's bushy tail vanished into a nearby shrub. Beth gripped the bike's handlebars, the harlequin texture biting gently into the soft flesh of her palms. She couldn't help but smile. This, thought Beth, will be a good day. As Joel dreamed of oak panelling and cornices, Beth sweated to the sounds of 2 lifestyle journalists arguing about the latest period drama on Netflix. Was it anachronistic to have a gay storyline? Was it homophobic if it didn't? Beth knew you weren't supposed to listen to podcasts or music while you were cycling, but she couldn't help herself. Wearing a helmet was a given, of course. She wasn't a complete idiot. But even the thought of having to listen to her own internal monologue for 40 minutes as she raced from Hackney to Clapham, her right trouser leg tucked snugly into a bamboo sock, seemed like a fate worse than death. Beth didn't hate Clapham. She simply hated everything it stood for. Like boat shoes and rugby.